Spears of the Church Covenant. This was actually the only new covenant we got with the Dark Souls 3 DLCs, but it's a cool idea. Now, it's not a new idea. If you play Demon Souls, you remember the old monk boss fight, and more likely than that, you probably remember the Mirror Knight fight in Dark Souls 2 if you're a Dark Souls person. Both ideas were awesome. They allowed players to come in and be the enemy, be the antagonist, if you will. And it's really neat that we have a dedicated covenant now built around it. You can still access this place the same way people really discovered it last year when the Ring City dropped, and by that I mean, of course, Summon Signs. You know, last year when we all started playing it for the first time, it happened to all of us, myself included, where we put a sign down to help a buddy, and then lo and behold, you get summoned in randomly, and you'd be someone's boss fight. Now, if you want to actually make the most of this, you're going to have to get the Covenant Seal, which you really only get one way, and that is fighting the deer. People still have trouble with him, but just get a buddy. You can do it. And it's neat, you know, it's really a cool idea. You get Covenant rewards. You'll see me using some of them here in the boss fight, but they put a lot of thought into this one. Now, the character you see on the screen here, this is a level 90 regen faith build. I designed this one with kind of the idea of dealing with whole, you know, questing parties, or as some people might call ganks. I kind of covered that a little bit in my Red Spirit video, but either way, you know, it's something I looked forward to. I wanted to be able to fight groups of players with a kind of a survivability build, which is why I have all the regen, blessed infusions on my weapons and my shield, and, you know, the faiths but miracles I have with me. Actually, in a lot of cases, though, I would encounter a lot of lone hosts or parties of 2. Now, you should know that the more players there are, the more the odds are in your favor with scaling and other benefits. So it's actually harder to deal with a lone host or a party of 2 than any other situation. So keep that in mind. You'll see me here using some of these little tools here. And you get this ritual spear right outside the boss room by that Ring Knight that's got the 2 great swords, the meme swords. And periodically you're going to have that effect that'll float over your head, kind of like right there. There you go. It looks like, what's it called? Homing Soul Mass, the sorcery. And it functions the same way. Now that'll just appear randomly, and the use on the ritual spears, I don't know, maybe 20-30 seconds. Now both are kind of cool tools to use. You know, the Soul Mass obviously keeps people out of your face. The Ritual Spear, though, it's pretty good with creating barricades or escape routes. Barricades being that I can, you know, use it to kind of create a wall that'll hurt players. You'll see me using it right here in this guy. So I cast it down, and then I kind of shuttle him over. He doesn't realize it's there, you know. But you can also use it to create kind of a line in this, you know, a straight path that you can run through that'll damage players that are trying to chip away at you. So, you know, you can be pretty creative with how you use it. It'll take some getting used to, of course. Now the Painting Guardians do spawn in. They're pretty useful. They're not invincible, but they will heal you, and you can heal them. Or in this case, I'm using the Lothric banner to buff them for the most part. So it's a good weapon in general, like I said, but you know, it's pretty interesting to use it in a manner where you hang back and you let your minions do the fighting for you. You know, you buff them, you heal them, let the host kind of figure out what he's doing. Yeah, you have a lot of variety with how you can do this. You don't have to do a build like this. You know, whatever PvP thing works for you. When Ring City first dropped last year, I think the first 10 players I saw when I was co-oping with people were people rocking those paired great swords I was talking about earlier. So you're going to see probably a lot of meta build tests and things like that popping up in here. So if you do a lot of PvP, you'll probably see a lot of those type of people trying out their skills against groups or lone hosts. Now, yeah, there's not a whole lot more to say about it. It's just, it's been a year since this one dropped, like I said, 2018, so I kind of hope this Covenant works, and fortunately Ring City is a pretty populated place even now, so every player that wants to get to Gale or just complete the whole Ring City DLC has to go through this, so really what it comes down to is just what level you're going to be, what weapons you're going to use, what strategies you're going to use. So, you know, mess around with it. See what you like, what you don't like. It's not for everybody, but if you're one of those players that complains about the whole invasion thing still, about getting ganked and, you know, rocked that way, give it a shot. This might be something that's good for you, you know. In my best moments using this Covenant, it's been me versus 3 other players, and I've had the best results that way. Again, not for everybody, but it's a cool idea. It's been here since Demon's Souls, and this is probably the best fulfillment of the idea since that game. So, please, you know, give it a shot. At least try it. That's all I'm asking. There's no scraping spears anymore, so give it a shot. Have fun.